Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson. I'm a spiritual teacher and coach. Welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe. Welcome to another episode of what I call Conscious Coffee Talks, where we discuss a topic to expand our consciousness and improve our lives. I have my coffee today. Let's dive into the topic. It's going to be a simple one, yet might put a little bit of a different perspective or spin on it, and that is going to be how to raise your vibration. Because honestly guys, eclipse season is upon us, and I don't know about you, but I could really use some good vibes right now. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips or ways that you can raise your vibration. First thing that you need to know is when we talk about raising our vibration, that means raising the energy in our bodies. Our universe is made up of energy. Every single thing in this universe is the mind of God. The mind of God is thought. Hermetic Law 101, universe is mental, and therefore everything is energy. It's consciousness, it's frequency. In order to raise your vibration, you have to think higher thoughts to create higher energies, right? So if you want to think of it like this too, our body is the bridge between heaven and earth, essentially. You are the conduit between the two, bridging the energies of the cosmos and the earthly energies. So we consider the lower level frequencies more on the scale associated with a human existence. So they're more of the earthly energies. So more physical, heavy, dense. So what we're trying to do is transmute those energies more into the lighter, spiritual, life-giving, life force energies, right? Essentially what we're doing here is bringing more of your soul, or our soul, because we're all the same consciousness, right, into the body. So when you think of like this body, there is only a limited amount of capacity in it, correct? So you can only hold so much energy in the body. And so what we are trying to do when we raise our frequencies is transmute those lower level earthly frequencies, more like I was talking about, associated with the human existence, into love, bringing in more love into the body, more life force, more joy, bliss, passion, creativity into the body, that kind of energy, and then taking action with that here. So that is going to heal the body, mind, and spirit. It's going to help you live a more high vibrational life and help you honestly manifest the life of your dreams. So this is all the things that happen when we raise our vibration. Everything just comes into alignment. Manifestations happen so freaking quick, and everything just seems to flow. So who doesn't want to raise their vibration, right? Let's start with more of the physical tips that you can take action upon per se. So tip number 1 would be making high vibrational choices in your life. What I mean by this, guys, is choosing the types of foods that you eat, because all food holds a certain vibration. So if you're familiar with Ayurveda, you understand that you eat according to your energy. So dependent upon the energy that you're in will depend upon your food choices. So we know what life-giving foods are. So you can think of like fruits, vegetables, plant foods essentially. But there are also foods that lower your vibration, which we can consider those processed foods that are more life-taking, or they have a 0 effect on the scale of vibration. So yes, foods actually have a scale of vibration. If I can find it, I'll pop it somewhere on the screen here. You want to eat in accordance with how you're feeling. So research Ayurveda, that is a whole topic in itself. But essentially, if you are feeling very low energy, lethargic, even depression, things like that, you're gonna wanna switch your diet more towards like fruits and vegetables to help bring you up. Now, I'm not a doctor, guys. I know that there are, blood sugars and things like that. Too much of anything can be not a good thing. And I am a proponent, guys, of like everything in moderation and in balance. So don't take, your diet too far and stress about it or anything like that. Food is meant to be medicine. It is a tool to help you. It should not be the focus of raising your vibration. Or sometimes if you find that you are a person with high anxiety, meaning there's a lot of energy in your body and you need to be more grounded, more connected to your body, you may find that you do better on a diet, more meats and fats, that to help ground your energy and connect you to it. And so then you feel that sense of calm. One diet does not work for everybody because the energy that we are in. It's a whole nother video. So another thing that we can do in the physical is exercise. Exercise moves energy. Physical movement moves energy. You can choose certain exercises dependent upon the energy that you're in to help you shift energy and also release endorphins. Lifting weights can also help release chemicals in the body that promote that good mood feeling. So really the type of exercise that you choose to do should just help balance your energy out. And honestly guys, we don't have to think too hard about it. Most of the time the body already knows, or your intuition already knows what it needs. So what you're drawn to, what you find that you like in exercise, will be honestly what is the best thing for you, and subconsciously what you need. So the next thing that I would consider when trying to raise your vibration, guys, in the physical is the content that you consume. You literally become what you consume, body, mind, and spirit. So whatever you eat, and also whatever you feed your mind. So the books that you read, the music that you listen to, the social media that you are basically following online, or YouTube videos that you are watching, you are absorbing that consciousness, that vibration. And even though sometimes you may not consciously realize it, videos of certain people are going to make you feel a certain way even when you're done watching them. It could be for the better or not for the better, depending upon how their energy interacts with your field. So for example, when I used to follow a lot of like fitness influencers, I would find my mind just racing, obsessive thoughts. And like body dysmorphia. So I actually had to stop following certain influencers, and I had to stop consuming so much content of what everybody else was doing and start listening to myself, doing the things that I knew intuitively that were right for me. But because I was being influenced by energies that did not mesh well with my energy field, I had to stop following them. So it's becoming conscious consumers of the energy that you're surrounding yourself with online, or even feeding your mind. Then we can look at it on the other end of the spectrum of if we are consuming content more in alignment with what we want out of our life, in alignment with our goals or the person that we want to become, then it can really help us. We can match that person's frequency or see how their energy interacts in our field, and we're better able to embody that frequency, because honestly guys, we share energy so easily. It is so unbelievably scary. And also you may find that there are certain people that you consume their content and you just get super inspired by it, and that is because your energy is meshing well with theirs and you guys are like a vibe. You know what I mean? Your vibe attracts your tribe type of thing. So you know that that person actually builds you up and adds value to your life, and it's somebody who you want to keep in your energetic field, which this kind of brings me to my next point of relationships. Like I said, your vibe attracts your tribe. You become the most like the people you hang around with. So you have to see like who is taking your energy and who is actually adding value to you. So are you hanging around people with similar goals, or are you hanging around with people that basically don't know what they're doing with their life and they would rather be sitting in a bar or like playing video games or something, numbing their mind essentially, instead of actually working on the things that provide purpose to oneself, that actually build one's character or value in this life. Moral of the physical realm, guys, whatever you consume, you become like frequency of that. So you have to be conscious of what you are consuming and who you are hanging around with. It all contributes to the energy that is you. So you want to be around high vibe people. The next thing that we can do in the physical, which tip number 2, is energy work. Energy work actually brings your conscious awareness to your physical body to move energy. Energy flows where your intention goes. So that is the power of your intention, or that is God's gift to us, is his mind. His mind is the power of our intention. By you bringing your conscious awareness to your physical body, you can shift energy in your body, and honestly, it connects you to it, and it will connect you to the present moment. It gives you your power back and reminds you that, hey, I am a conscious creator in my life. Crap, I forgot I had a body. I was too stuck in my mind and thought that all these emotions and feelings and thoughts that I was having was taking control of me, when honestly, they don't take control of you. You have control over them. We just easily forget about it because the human mind is a monkey mind, and no offense to monkeys, but it constantly goes. All it does is just reads energy that's in your body. That's it. That's what thoughts are. They are just energy. You can either consciously change your thought to then change the energy, or, which we'll get in that in a little bit, or you can shift those lower level frequencies that you're feeling that are causing the not so great thoughts in your mind, and you can choose to shift it to love. And that's what energy work helps us do. We are intentionally moving energy in our body, and you can do it just with the power of your intention. You can do it with imagination. I do it with Reiki. I put, my hands to my body. I bring my conscious awareness to my body. You can move it with your breath. I've made tons of videos on energy work, so go watch one of those and it will help you understand better on how to shift the energy in your body. But that is a tool in which you can use to help you in the physical realm choose what energies you want to spin in your body, because you have that conscious choice. You are the creator of your reality, and it will help you become familiar with higher frequencies per se. So if you choose to feel love and you're not too familiar with what that feeling feels like, because maybe you haven't felt it a lot in your life, and that is okay. So see what the feeling of love feels like for you, and all you have to do is just consciously choose to bring that energy in your body and listen and feel into your physical body. What does love feel like for you? And honestly, guys, love is going to feel different for everybody because we are all different energies. Yes, it is the same frequency, meaning the same hertz, but it is going to interact with the rest of our energies differently. So, because we all have a unique perception on life, we all are unique bundles of energy, which we like to call the ego/soul. They're kind of like mixed together for this experience. It just depends upon your perception of life, how this energy hits you. So now, guys, let's shift a little bit more towards the mind aspect of consciously choosing energies to bring into our bodies. We went over that a little bit, energy work, but let's talk about the mental shifts that we can make. Tip number 3, you have to work on your mental well-being. Your mental well-being is everything, because that voice inside your head is going to be the narrator of your life. And you are that narrator, guys, okay? You get to consciously choose what it's saying. Even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it, you cannot go up against it. You have to work with it. Work with your mind, work with the body, right? The thoughts in our head actually create our reality, and our self-image also creates our reality, because what we're thinking about ourselves ultimately depicts of our relationship with the universe. What faith that we have in ourselves is the same faith that we have in the universe to achieve what it is that we want to achieve, to be the person that we want to be. All of the discomforts in our life are some kind of a rooted issue of not having faith to be, achieve, or to do the things that we want, right? There is some form of misalignment with love or the creator or source or our soul. What we want to do with this, guys, is we want to see what thoughts we keep on repeat, because these thoughts that we keep on repeat are going to turn into habits. They are going to be the things that we take action from in our life, and they are going to ultimately create our ego and our box of reality, which I kind of call our limiting beliefs. So basically, you can only achieve what you believe you can, right? If there are things that are causing lower level frequencies in your life, like say lower level habits, like maybe drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, you're a procrastinator, things like that, that cause stress or anxiety, things that you don't like in your life, it's all stemming from a certain belief or a limiting belief that you have. So in order to do this, in order to discover what it is that's causing this, you want to see the storyline that you're actually telling yourself. You want to see where these limiting beliefs are at in your life, and what you truly think about yourself and your capabilities to do the things that you want to do. And I've learned this in just coaching, guys, of like talking with clients. You have to listen to the story that they're telling themselves and identify through their speech where limiting beliefs are showing up. And you can do this for yourself when you journal. Journaling is a powerful tool, and that will help you not only to see the thoughts that are on repeat in your mind, but to separate yourself out from them, to realize that these things truly are not you, and to actually see, do these thoughts even make sense? Like, I can't believe I'm talking to myself like that. I would never talk to a friend like that. Like, that doesn't even make sense of why I believe these things to be true. You know what I mean? So actually journaling will help you be able to identify the limiting beliefs if you don't have a coach or maybe even a therapist, somebody to talk to. And it will also help you to move energy. When we express energy by taking action in the physical realm, we are able to move energy, meaning lower level frequencies, which means having higher frequencies come in the body. So raising your vibration. So journaling can help you shift energy in your body to that of a higher vibration. But my advice with journaling, guys, is when you are done, dependent upon what you journaled on, if it's really deep emotional stuff that you were working through, burn it and release it afterwards. Do not reread it, because if you reread it, you will invoke those emotions again and you will get yourself caught in the cycle of reliving that trauma trap, whatever you want to call it. Another thing that we can do to help raise our vibration and to help us mentally is meditation. Meditation is going to help us because it actually helps not only to examine the thoughts in our mind, it helps us to be able to pull ourselves from it. So separating out our consciousness, the true us, basically the observer is what people like to call it, from the emotions, from the monkey mind. So you literally are just consciousness and you are not these thoughts, right? Even though it can seem like you are these thoughts, they are not you. So it helps you to be able to zoom out of it, pull yourself above the situation, like literally try to think of yourself as raising above your body and looking at yourself from a third perspective and understanding that you are not these thoughts, right? So it helps you to get your power back, for one. Then with meditation, if you can quiet the thoughts, which eventually the monkey mind will run out. It will, guys. It does. It's a skill and it's something you have to practice, just like with lifting weights. You have to build that muscle, right? So eventually you will be able to quiet the mind. And what this does is it will break neuroplasticity pathways in the brain. So you can think of these like habits. So when we break these pathways in our brain, we can then build new pathways. It's a lot easier for us to actually bring in new energies and create new thought patterns, new routines from these patterns. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza calls creating in the quantum realm. So basically it's creating in the energy realm. It's kind of like a little cheat, I would say. It will help you manifest quicker and become the thing that you want to be quick, because when you're calming your thoughts and you get silence, literally those energies are not spinning in your body. So then you're able to consciously choose which energies you want to bring in your body, and you get to feel what that feels like, right? So say we have lower level energies of like anger, shame, guilt, the really low ones in the body. And if you can stop the thoughts that are causing those, neuroplasticity pathways will weaken. You know, they might not go away fully, even especially at first, because you're gonna have to do this daily for a little while. But then we can choose to bring in frequencies that we do want. And even if it's not like joy, bliss, the really high ones, like even enlightenment, even if the emotions are not that high, we can take it to that next step up of the level of frequency. Sometimes the baby steps are necessary to keep us building up the scale of frequency. So going from, you know, shame and guilt, the really lower ones, maybe then it helps you just feel angry. So you can see that sometimes the baby steps are necessary, but you're going in a direction and that's all that matters. Tip number 4, in which I think is really important in raising our vibration, is having purpose in one's life. I feel like soul's purpose is huge in one's life. If you feel like you do not have purpose here, or if you haven't found it yet, that's a very low vibrational feeling. It almost feels like hopelessness, depression, lifelessness. You're not full of life, of inspiration, of creativity. You don't really want to do anything. You don't feel purpose in anything you do. So everything feels very dull, mundane, very boring. Kind of like being in a monotonous routine, wondering what the heck am I doing with my life? It doesn't feel very good. So therefore it's not life-giving. So there needs to be a desire in one's life to be able to work towards something. The soul wants manifestation of some kind, and most of the time it's going to want manifestation of evolution, of your soul to take a journey of becoming a certain thing. So you may find that you have certain desires in your life. You may find that certain things light up your soul, like activities that you do. So maybe you want to start a business of some sort, and that is your purpose, your passion, and you find that whenever you engage in doing the things that you love to do in your business, it gives you inspiration, creativity, love. You actually add value to other people's lives, and therefore it is life-giving, even though it is your business, or I don't even want to call it work at that point. But that is how you know it's part of your purpose. It's actually life-giving for you. So the goal here really is, guys, is to find a purpose in which you can bring value to other people's lives, and therefore your life as well, and be able to make a living off of it. So that's why I mentioned business, because most people turn their passions into businesses. It doesn't always have to be this way. Some people actually find value in just being a mother. They knew that they were put on this planet to mother children, or to help mother or foster other people's children. So you can think of it like as either adopting or like teaching children or daycare, things like that. You know, you'll have to try to find your soul's purpose, and because if you don't know it, you haven't fully allowed yourself the self-discovery process of finding your soul's purpose. And I will link a video down below, because I've made tons of these videos on finding your soul's purpose. There can be tons of different reasons why, if you feel you haven't found it yet, so go watch that. Or if you want me, if you have certain questions, drop them in the comments below and I can help you work through it. Also with purpose, guys, it helps us to evolve as a soul, as a human. And I feel like this is super important in raising our vibration, because I truly feel like the human needs a little bit of challenge in their life. They need to feel like they push past limiting beliefs and comfort zones. It's almost like you have to find the perfect balance of getting comfortably uncomfortable, is what I like to call it. If you push yourself too far, it's almost like you freeze and you cannot take action. It's almost like you jumped way too far out there in the ocean and you're scared for your life and you just sink and you don't swim. You have to find that perfect balance of jumping just enough to be in the unknown and to create from it, and to push past those limiting beliefs, to see through the illusion of fear, and to be able to fall forward and try new things, not fail, because there is no failure, but to be able to discover, you know, go on the journey of manifestation and self-discovery, and see and learning and improving your skills. This is going to look like this, guys. It's not going to be just a whoop, you know, everything is the sin wave, is what they call it. That's just how the energy works. So my last tip, guys, is setting healthy boundaries. This is huge, and I talked about it a little bit in relationships in the first tip. But setting boundaries is huge, because you want to not give your energy away. Boundaries is self-love. Selfishness is self-love. We cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you are giving your energy away to people, then you have to see, like, where are you not receiving the amount of love in return in which you are giving? What thoughts are going through your mind in which that you feel like you're giving too much of yourself away? So can you realign your thoughts, or do you have to take action and actually set boundaries and stop doing some certain things for people? What relationships do you have in your life? Are they actually adding value to you, or are they bringing you down? So the main ones that I'm talking about are just, you know, like your friends, and then your marital or like your sexual relationships. We become mostly of who we surround ourselves with. So is your marriage actually like building you up? Do you guys bring value to one another? Do you have similar goals? Are you working towards something together? Or, you know, it doesn't have to be necessarily a business per se, but like building a family. You know, do you want the same things in life? Do you have similar interest in life, of where like your conversations are high vibe, meaning they're very intelligent and they light you up, they inspire you, you know? So you really have to look at who you're allowing in your life and who you're giving your energy to. Because if we hang around low vibrational people, or people who have like lower level thoughts, we then match that energy. If we are not setting boundaries, or are we strong enough in our own energy field and our own beliefs and grounded into who we are as a soul and a being, that we don't allow those things to affect us, and all we see is love in the situation, right? So guys, those are my top tips to raise your vibration. Those are practices and mindset shifts and things that I have to do daily to help me raise my vibration. Where I find that for me personally, where my vibration is the highest is when I'm creating. And when I am creating, I am in the flow, and I love it. I'm a creative being. So find what works for you and pay attention to how you feel. How you think, act, and feel will determine the vibration that you are in. And you are the conscious creator. You get to choose these things, guys. You just have to be conscious of what is actually going on and understand you have the power to make all the shifts in your life. That being said, I'm sending you guys all of my light and all of my love. We'll see you in the next one.